What's up guys, it's Storm here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how FaZe is going back to MW2 finally for their Illcams 50. I'm going to be focusing on a couple things with that, why I'm really excited, why some people are being really stupid about this, and just some other stuff dealing with that. Before I start, check out Kira down in the description. Made my new overlay, it looks absolutely crazy. There's another one too that I'm not using for this video, but it will be on certain videos, but both of them just look absolutely insane. I wanted something that wouldn't really take away from my videos at all, but still provided everything that I needed, and I don't know, it's just perfect to me. So that's that, and let's go ahead and get into why you guys are really here. So obviously with people going back to MW2 for Illcams 50, when you're talking about FaZe doing this, you're having even the old members that are joining, or that have joined back into this kind of Illcams 50 flow. They haven't played this game in like 2 years now. And even if some have, you gotta realize people back in the MW2 days, people would play MW2 day after day after day. There was no multi-COD switching it up really, it was just MW2. So everyone was used to that game, everyone could go for whatever shots they went for in that game. And with FaZe transitioning back to MW2 for the Illcams, you've got kids that have not played this game in a year or two. You've got some kids that have joined FaZe and really have no experience with MW2, which is kind of something they've never had before. So people that are expecting all this complex and crazy stuff to be hit, it's just not going to happen. Now, I don't want this to sound like I'm hating on FaZe at all, because I personally am super excited to see this put out. I'm very happy that they're not using setup clips in this. I'm gonna love to see shots that are hit from cool, different spots, all kinds of shots that the standards are beyond ridiculous on at this point, and I'm personally really excited for this. But I've seen a lot of people that are saying, oh, this is gonna be the worst Illcams yet, there's gonna be no high standards, there's gonna be this and that, and people don't realize that's basically like expecting an Illcams on Black Ops 2 to be just as good as a private match video on Black Ops 2. It's not going to happen. Now that MW2 has changed so much, most of the shots that you see, probably 99% of the shots you see are set up on that game. And that gives you a whole round to go for whatever shot you're going for, to go for it, and you're not even going to hit it in one of your first games, more than likely. Some of these videos that you see on Sword, Genesis, things like that, those people have been going for these shots for ages while people are setting up the entire time for them. With FaZe going for this Illcams, they don't get to choose the spot that the kid's at, they don't get unlimited tries with it, and people seem to forget that like these shots that FaZe members are hitting across map, like people are saying, oh, that was a 720 or whatever. People are hitting these shots cross map. That's crazy. Like, if you think of it this way, like MW2 may not be brand new to FaZe, but it's kind of a thing that they have to get into. Just like when a new Call of Duty comes out, it's going to take them a while to adjust the game. They're dealing with something they've got kind of like a handicap over other clans. If you think about it, their shots are going to be 10 times harder to hit. It's going to be different circumstances, and people can't expect this kind of insane comeback from FaZe when they're not used to the game, for one, and two, they don't have the same advantage that other clans have. And just to be honest, I'm not sure why that's so difficult for people to understand. I'm pretty sure, or I thought at least, that most people would really get that, and they'd understand that FaZe wouldn't be able to put out the exact same thing that every other team puts out. But personally, what I'm hopeful for is that some of the stupid feedback that they get from these people on Illcams 50 won't be a discouragement from keeping MW2 in their kind of multi-COD thing. Like, I'm hoping that Illcams won't be a one-time thing, and that they won't go back to just other CODs. I hope that they'll still include MW2, because really there's nothing wrong with the game if the shots aren't set up. I mean, if your players are good at that game, I don't see a problem with having them hit crazy shots in that game. Variety's always good. And I don't know, I just see that as a plus overall. But also don't think this is some sort of a diss to people that set up on MW2. I mean, obviously, like I said, that's 90% of the community, and that's not going to change. I don't see any reason why, if you have been using setup shots on MW2, that because FaZe is going back to it, unless that's like your goal for an overall clan, since FaZe is going back to it, I don't really think that should have any effect on how you play. People always kind of do that, like, when FaZe went back to MW3. This was before even Ghost came out. When FaZe went back to MW3, there was like a sudden surge of people that just went to MW3 all of a sudden. Like, just because the biggest Call of Duty clan goes back to a certain game or does something, that doesn't mean that you have to follow in their exact footsteps. Just because FaZe doesn't play COD 4 World at War right now, there's no reason that you shouldn't try those games, because they're both fun, and you shouldn't have what you play dictated by anyone else. That's just stupid. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that wraps up most of my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Honestly, I'd really be kind of curious to see your opinions, even if you disagree with them. Don't be shy to let me know whatever you think down below. I always really like reading through comments that are just more than one-word comments. I don't know, I kind of like that. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, I'm assuming that you didn't hate this 6 minutes of your life that much. So if you could go ahead and leave a like, I'd really appreciate that. I've got more videos to come, and thank you guys all for watching. As always, you're the best.